Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Some hours ago, Meiti Allah had actually accused Jagaban aka Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Jagaban of Lagos. Said that he has his fingerprints on the NSAS protest that has been nationwide ongoing right now. Well, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has responded and he has said something concerning this issue of NSAS. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the former governor of Lagos State and national leader of All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has thrown his weight behind ongoing protests against the activities of Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) recently banned by police authorities. He, however, called on the protesters to end the protest, saying, "You have made your point and the government has made its commitment to you. Please call off the protest and give the government a chance to implement your demands." In a statement he personally signed, Tinubu said Nigerians, especially the youth, have democratic right to speak up against any ill in their domain, insisting that there was nothing wrong in demanding for reform of the police. He, however, urged the protesters to act within the law of the land, warning against taking steps that would be in contravention of the constitution. The APC leader said the protest should serve as an opportunity for his party to look at some of the things it is not doing well and amend them. He said, "For the past 12 days, our country has witnessed massive protests by youth in different cities, which were ignited by widespread disenchantment with the gross human rights abuses, including torture, extortion, harassment, intimidation, and even extrajudicial killings of Nigerians by members of the disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS). The demands for fundamental police reforms by the protesting youth are in pursuit of our aspiration in our national anthem, which says to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Justice, as one of our greatest writers has memorably noted, is the first condition of humanity, a society where those who are paid from the public purse to protect the lives and property of the people become themselves threats to liberty, safety, and dignity of the people, where human life is difficult to distinguish from Thomas Hobbes' state of nature, solidarity, solitary, poor, nasty, and brutish is not one fit for free and decent people to live in. Such impunity and lawlessness are incompatible with the values and tenets of a democratic society governed by supremacy of the law, of the rule of the law. It is impossible for anyone truly committed to the rule of law, democracy, and good governance to be opposed to the concern and demands of the protesters. There is no way that any society can make meaningful progress without enthronement of these values. The protesters have, for the better part of the commencement of their civil action, conducted themselves with an admirable sense of responsibility, restraint, and maturity. This is commendable. Indeed, the high level of organization demonstrated by the protesting youth shows a new level of consciousness of the capability of the vigilant civil society as well as the efficiency of people's power. This can only ultimately strengthen the country's democratic evolution and sustainability. The impunity of SARS was thus a challenge that the youth have responded positively and courageously to, and has triggered the commencement of the fundamental reform of the country's policing system. But then, the protesters must admit that the President Muhammadu Buhari administration has acted with commendable dispatch by not scrapping SARS but also accepting the five-point demand that triggered the protest. This shows a laudable sensibility and sensitivity to the grievances of the youth. It is only fair that the government must be given the chance to implement the reforms demanded by the protesters. This can certainly not be done instantaneously by the waving of a magic wand. If government had not implemented promised reforms in the past, the swiftness with which it has responded to the demands of the protesters this time around shows that there is a positive change by government, both of attitude and of a sense of urgency. The protesters have made considerable gains within a very short period, but they should also be careful not to fritter away such gains due to lack of moderation and strategic thinking. For instance, it is unfortunate that hoodlums, thugs, and assorted criminals have seized on the protest to perpetrate violence, disrupt civil life, and harass, intimidate, and assault innocent persons going about their lawful businesses. This intent of the organizers of the protest is to achieve, or rather, the intent of the organizers of the protest is to achieve stated objectives on police reform, which the government has in principle accepted. It can certainly not be their motive to cause generalized anarchy or effect regime change. If they give the impression that that is their goal, then any government will necessarily have to act with requisite decisiveness and force to restore law and order and preserve constitutional rule. Now that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu in summary. He's saying, yes, we've heard you. Yes, you're exercising your franchise. Yes, you're exercising your human rights by demonstrating, protesting within the confines of the law without exhibiting violence. But no, you must not add violence to it, because to so to speak, hoodlums are beginning to go into mingle with the protest and all. But it's not saying, please, can the protesters, the youth on the street, can they just please give the government some time to implement what Nigerians are generally saying is, yes, you've said you're going to do something about it. They're only telling the government what's the time frame, all right. What's the time frame that they should give them time frame, or else they won't leave the field. But let's see how what Nigerians are saying concerning what Bola Ahmed Tinubu, aka Jagaban. This one here says, don't blame the youth. They are disenchanted and disillusioned because of people in the government, in the rulership. Your children schooled abroad, you receive medical treatment abroad with all the loot and the cohorts misappropriated from our commonwealth. Everybody should stay on their lane. Wow. This one here is saying, what do people want him to do again? When he was quiet, you complained. He talked, you complained. Some people were saying he was the one sponsoring the protest. Some were saying he was against the protest. What has this man done wrong? Some people just hate him for no reason. This one here is saying, Tinubu, you single-handedly with your greed and selfishness brought Nigeria to its knees. May posterity judge you and everything you hold dear. How did you know he single-handedly does it? Nigerians say we have this our freedom of speech. Sometimes we take it to our overboard. How did you know that? Are there proofs? I'm not exonerating him, and I'm not so fighting for him. I'm only saying, if you're gonna accuse him, come out with proofs. How did you know he single-handedly brought Nigeria to its knees? He was never a president of Nigeria, was he? Yes, you can tell me Lagos, because he was the one time former governor of Lagos State. Okay, everybody know him as Jagaban of Lagos. But saying that he single-handedly brought the whole of Nigeria to his knees, that's a big one. We should be careful the way we talk at sometimes. These are very, very, very strong allegations. How did you know that? Do you have proofs? Let's continue. This one here is saying, crazy way, this is crazy. Jagaban ko Jagaban ko be Lagos landlord wey don colonize Lagos. Your cup go dey here. Don't know what he's trying to say, but maybe he's trying to refer to the fact that he still has control and grip over Lagos in a nutshell. I guess that's what he's trying to say. This one here is saying, talk about political class emolument, which is destroying our economy and keeping the masses in poverty, blocking job creation. This one here is saying, don't worry, sir. Protest must continue. It is well. This one here is saying, Senator Ahmed Tinubu should hide his face in shame because he is part and parcel of this bad governance. Some time ago, I begin to wonder whether this is not the same Tinubu we know during the days of Nadeco. Whoa, some persons seem to know so much. This one here is saying, face your bullion van and allow us to be. You see, Nigerians, it's a bit difficult to please us as people. When we are vast, and the truth is the youth have been confined for a while now. So to speak, everybody said, if you watch, the government have accepted a 5-point agenda, but the youth are pushing it to 23-point agenda. Okay, and now everybody seems to be disenchanted, disfranchised. But let's see how it plays out. Because don't forget today, Crocodile Smile is ongoing, so we should all conduct ourselves in an orderly manner. Let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. What's your take on this? Please, no hate words. Please, let's keep our community sane. Please, no hate words. You can criticize, but do it constructively. Don't call names, please. Don't use derogatory words on anybody, please. We can share our views without necessarily cyberbullying anyone. It's not nice, please. Share your views, criticize if you must, no problem. We actually accept criticism, but please make it constructive. Don't cyberbully. Thank you very much.